Ham Radio Prep is the fastest and most effective program to study for your ham radio license. Our complete multimedia course makes it easy to pass the ham radio license test, even if you're a beginner. Study at your own pace with 10 step-by-step lessons that are simple to understand and cover all of the official FCC questions. Take our course and you'll pass the exam on your first try or your money back, guaranteed. Begin your journey to becoming a licensed ham radio operator.
All right, there it is. Oh, K8MRD, I just read your comment, and it made me laugh as I went live, so congrats to you, bro. Hey, guys, Ham Radio 2.0 Lunchtime Live Stream, thank you so much for joining us today. I am back in the shack after being gone for 2 weeks. I was in Huntsville, Alabama for about a week and a half, went out there for the Ham Sci event. I got a lot of really cool recordings on the Ham Sci event. And those will be coming up on the channel soon. Met up with Hank Strange. He came out there several days after that, and we hung out and did some stuff together. And then we attended Ham Radio Day at Gigaparts last Saturday. And I got some cool stuff coming up with Hank, so that's going to be fun to talk about in a future episode. So stay tuned for that. So we're gonna do some cool stuff there. Want to give a special shout out to all the YouTube channel members in the chat. Tom Waters is the newest one. He just joined a few minutes ago. Appreciate the support there. Charles Nolan's in the chat. Andy Callie, of course, is out there. Alexander Sharp. Ed is out there. K.E. Ed, you know who you are. I haven't seen you type yet. My chat scrolled by, so I can't see your name anymore, but I know you're in there. David, KO4RNT, is in there studying for extra. How about a self-adjusting rig that can self-adjust repeater sites, but not a full-blown cell phone in a more traditional mobile or handy phone? Okay, so hold on to that question, Dominic, and we'll see. I think Bob's got something like that in the works, but we can talk to him about that here in a minute. So check that out. April giveaway. Gonna be giving away 2 Yaesu radios, the FTM 200D. That I did on the lunchtime live stream this time last week. So hopefully you guys saw that. If not, go back and check that out. Special thanks to John Crook from Yaesu for joining me on that stream. He gave us some really good information about the new mobile radio from Yaesu. So you guys go check that out. And I'm probably going to add an HT to it. I still haven't figured that out yet. I'm really kind of behind on some stuff because I have been on the road for the last 2 weeks. So I have not been, I'm behind on getting my merch orders shipped out at shop.hamradio2.com. I'm behind on getting some updates done on the, I've kept up with my videos on YouTube, but that's about it. Everything else I'm pretty much behind on. But the video part is the important part in my opinion. Can we sign up for the day of the stream? Teeing it up for you. Oh, hey, there you go. Okay, so Carlos, can we sign up for this giveaway the day of the stream? No. So what I do, for those of you who haven't joined me for one of these in the past, what I do is I let it go usually until the night before, maybe the morning of, and I shut it off. I have to download all of the signups into a spreadsheet. It's usually a CSV file. Sort them, remove the duplicates, and that's usually done by call sign, and then sort them again by order of sign up. And that's the list I use. So I always have people coming into the chat asking, how do I sign up? How do I sign up the night of the chat? And it's already closed by then. So March last week, we had this April sign up. And I was like, it's too late for March. We're drawing the winners tonight, but you can sign up for April. And I had about 200 or 300 people sign up tonight. So thanks a lot for that, Carlos. That's a good point there. So we're doing, so yeah, you guys go sign up for that. I don't think I put a link to this in the description below. I'll send it here shortly in the chat, and I will update the video once we're not live anymore, and I'll put these links in the description below. Next weekend, not this coming weekend, let's see, today's Wednesday. So a week from now, I'm going to be welcoming Vance from the POTA team back onto the site to talk about the Support Your Parks weekend, which is 2 weekends from now. So yeah, I'm gonna confuse you guys on dates. Sorry. Okay. So this weekend is just normal. Okay. The following weekend, I will be at this More Expo in Springfield, Missouri. I know Kyle AA0Z is going to join me there. He doesn't live too far away. This is an overlanding expo, and if you come up here to the top, go to moreexpo.com. If you come up here to course schedule, you can scroll down and see all the courses in here. And oh my goodness, look at that. They actually are going to let me speak at one of these things. So that's scary. That ought to tell you the level of intelligence at this More Expo. I'm joking. That's a joke, by the way. It's a joke. There's actually a couple other guys out here who are doing ham radio type. There we go. Basic radio communications is going to be offered by, let's see, Aaron Winsky. I looked him up. He is a ham. I forget his call sign, but he's going to be out there. And then amateur radio applications and overlanding by Austin Frage, something like that. He's also a ham. Looked him up. Don't remember his call sign either. So there's going to be 3 ham radio presentations at the More Expo in Springfield, Missouri, a week from this coming Friday. Starts a week from Friday. It goes Friday, Saturday, and I think half a day on Sunday. So that's all going to be happening, not this Friday, but the following Friday. So we're looking forward to that. Getting the word of amateur radio out there, getting some education done for amateur radio in other areas of the world today. So that's kind of my thing and what I'm going to do and what I'm looking forward to. All right, so enough with all of that. Let me switch screens over here. And Christiani's in the chat. Thanks for joining us today. Okay, Jim Hollis. Okay, we're not going to talk about POTA today, but I got to answer that. Best POTA rig between Yaesu 991A and ICOM 7300. Neither one of those is a bad choice. I like the 7300 better. That's my personal preference. It's a lighter weight radio. But the 991 will do VHF and UHF. So if you're planning on doing VHF, UHF on POTA, go with the Yaesu. I like the 7300 better myself. That's just my preference. And and neither one of those are going to do you harm in HF. Both of those are going to be great HF rigs. So we'll take some more POTA questions next week. All right, let's get Bob in here. I got to unmute that. Go here, and there you go. What's up, buddy? How are you?
Hey, long time no see.
Yeah, really. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, Bob was at the Gigaparts thing last week too. I forgot to mention that. So Bob came. He had to go through customs to get to Alabama from Mexico. But yeah, so hey, you guys, let me know if my audio sounds okay. It might be a little bit hot. I'll turn that down just a touch. What's up, Bob? So you're in New York right now, right?
I am, and I'm freezing. Besides my backdrop.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, your backdrop's a little bit misleading.
Like -2 this morning. I mean, 30. No,
-2 Celsius.
28.
So like 30, 28, 30 degrees. Sheesh, that's crazy. No, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually warm here. It's I don't know. It's supposed to be high of 60 today, but the humidity's set in, so it feels. I'm sorry, high of 68. It was 60 this morning when I woke up. And it was nice out. I opened up the windows in the house. And then it's supposed to be a high of 68 today, but feels warmer than that to me right now. I think the humidity's set in. So anyway. So Mike Pascal says, hello, Mr. Monteverde.
Hola. ¿Qué tal?
Oh, gosh. Oh, and Howie's in the chat. You know, Howie only joins my live streams when you're on, Bob. So that tells you who he likes better.
Probably.
Probably so. So what's going on in the world of RFinder? What have you guys been doing?
Oh, we've been doing some very exciting things. New software updates. We have some integration with APRS that just came out, and
right.
Yeah, very, very cool stuff. And
okay.
Joe and Sam have been and Jesse have been working their tails off adding new functionality. So we're got just very exciting stuff going on. Very, very exciting. So you can we're adding messaging, like you'll be able to send messages to each other on DMR and
right
and stuff. So we're getting close on that. We can do announcements now. Announcements that broadcast all the devices. And,
right.
Just adding all kinds of stuff, and we're getting very close on the P7. The P7 prototypes came out of production this morning, so we should be ready to start shipping those within the month.
That is the P7. Correct me if I'm wrong. Is the new version of the P2?
That's correct. The 7 tablet. That's
okay.
Correct.
They stopped making some of the hardware for the P2, and you couldn't get it. You couldn't produce it anymore, but people were still wanting the 7-inch tablet, so you kind of redesigned it. Is that accurate?
So we've resurrected the case, and it really has the same guts as the B1 Plus. So
okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
just more battery and bigger screen and stuff, but it looks like a P2. You can mount it in your car, like I've had it in the OJ Bronco for a long time. I know
Yeah.
you've used it in your pickup also. So
Yeah, for a while I carried it. I kind of did a redesign of radios in there, so I don't have it in there right now. But I'm trying to figure out a new way to mount some tablets and or a laptop in the truck right now. I'm actually getting a custom console built. I'm gonna take my stock console. Between the two, I got a contour bench seat. I took the middle cushion out of the bench seat years ago. I still got the fold down console with the cup holders in the middle between the two seats, and then I've got my radios mounted on just like Lido mounts in front of the
I
console.
thought you had a RAM stock, didn't you?
I do. I that's still in there, but I don't. I took that. The mount is still in there, but I took the post out, so it's not in there anymore. But I'm going to take it all out probably this weekend, and there's a place locally here that I'm going to do a custom console mount on. I told him what I want to take the entire console, stock console out, put a new one in, some cup holders, some different types of storage bins and trays and whatnot, and a drawer, and a special place to mount more radios, or in a better fashion, that will hopefully include a laptop, like the RAM laptop mount. And that's probably what I'll put I've got the P10, and I couldn't fit, that thing wouldn't fit in my configuration with the radios. So
Right.
the P2 did, but it's a smaller device than the P10 is. So, but I want to do another live stream with you sometime in a few weeks, and maybe next month sometime, and talk about some features that the P10 has. So like the RTL SDR and all that kind of good stuff, and talk about that. So we'll go through that again sometime. Well, again, I say again, we're going to do a live stream on that upcoming.
Oh, that's cool.
So
That's great.
yeah,
I'll be doing that one from Cozumel probably.
that's fine. Yeah, good.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, good. Okay, so you're going to show us. So what? Okay. What's the latest version of RFinder that is in the Play Store? Because we've got some beta versions out here. In fact, when I booted mine this morning, I thought my battery was dead. So I booted up. I was going to put it on the charger. But no, my battery's full, though. So, but I was prompted, as soon as I launched RFinder, I was prompted to update to a new beta version because I joined the beta program.
That's correct.
Which I think anybody can do now if they want to.
Yep.
And from the screen. So we'll take a look at that. But what's the latest Play Store version? Have you gone to 13 in the beta in the Play Store yet?
No, not yet. Although
Okay.
it should be coming out in the next day or so, because we sent 13 up to Shenzhen this morning to be included in the ROMs.
Okay.
So it's that's going to be put into the ROMs now. So
good. Okay. All right. So if you want to do a screen share, go ahead, and we will take a look at what you have to show us about what's coming up in version 13 that should be available in the Play Store this week, Bob said. So that'll be fun to look at.
let's see if I can figure out how.
You got it? You did it a minute ago.
All right. Let's see.
There we go.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
Okay.
Nice.
Perfect.
All right, cool. We should have RFinder coming up in a moment.
There it is. Yep. Okay.
All
So
right,
that's the look. That's the new look of RFinder. It didn't used to look like that several versions ago.
Yeah. So now, like, if you look in the lower right, we have the worldwide repeater directory. When you touch that, it shows you what's around you. You can add a repeater, sort by various ways, show the map of the repeaters. That'll update. So you can see that I'm actually on the North Shore of Long Island right now.
Right.
This world icon at the bottom,
Yes.
if you touch that, you can type in a status, status message, choose, what you want. Like, am I live? Is it like, showing a live icon? Is it showing just availability in transit, stuff like that? What is my current status? So I'll just say available here. You can put in a text message, and then you can either sign in with APRS on or APRS off. Excuse me. So with APRS off, you just notifying everybody that's using RFinders or the RFinder app on generic Androids that you're on and where you're at. And I'll show you that to a minute. But if you choose with APRS on, it's actually going to post it not only to the RFinder network. And if I jump over the RFinder network, you'll see that, well, I see you're on there.
I just signed in.
Yep. And
so I just signed in and I said, hey, we're live on YouTube. So, yep. Of course, I didn't share. I can't share a link, but, you know, they could probably find us pretty easily.
Right. So now you can see, you know, everybody that's signed in. So like you can see that my radio is what frequency it's set to, what talk group it's set to. So you can actually like easily go if, like, let's say you're at a ham fest and you're looking for your buddy using an RFinder, you can go look and see where he's at and, you know, what frequency he's on, what talk group he's on. You can see that I'm posted to W2CYK-15 to APRS. So if you go to aprs.fi, you can query that and you'll see that I'm on the map there. And then, of course, we have the ability to set the radio. So you can set the radio using DMR over RF or DMR over IP. So if I switch to DMR over IP, we're now set to 3100 on DMR over IP. So like we're trying to fully integrate not only the social functions that we've built into this, extend the social functions to common networks like APRS. We used to post to Twitter if you wanted to, or post to Facebook, but that's been obsolesced at this point. And it's that simple. So if you went on to aprs.fi, you would actually see me posted. Did a query for W2CYK-15, you would see me posted on there.
I could probably pull that up. Okay, cool. I'll go look for that. It defaults to dash. I was asking you that at the show last week, and it defaults to -15, does it not?
Yeah, I think what we're probably gonna make it so that you can configure that in case you have other devices that are using an SSID of 15. So. But,
so you can't configure that at this moment.
No, this is under beta. So we just we're trying to make it work. Actually, for Radio Day at Huntsville, we were trying to make it work and get it ready. So
yeah, we
weren't rushing to put you know, some niceties in there, so to speak. But
right, yeah.
But you know, and then also if you look on the front screen, see it says B and M. B gives you your current bandwidth quality to the internet based on your current connection type.
Yes.
It's like right now at the top of the screen, you see that I'm connected over 4G, and this one is actually a prototype for the Firstnet network. So you can see I'm actually on Firstnet.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So
yeah,
right
mine's solid green right here.
Yeah, so
which you probably can't see green in my camera because I have my green screen running. But
well, not only that, but you know that I'm like severely colorblind. So
oh right, yeah, that's true.
So anyway, so the B shows the bandwidth in the upper right here to the network in general, and the M is your connection quality to the master. So like just at the top left, you can see I'm connected to United States 3104 over IP, and on the right, you can see that my quality is about about mid-level quality of a connection, which is more than enough. I mean, quite frankly, we can do DMR over IP on 3G. It works perfectly. I've tested that in Mexico. It's easy to find a 3G network in Mexico, and it just
I bet it is.
Yeah, and the cool thing is that because of some of the stuff that Joe has created in the last 3-4 months, when you switch from 4G to 3G, it's fully seamless. Like you don't the connection to Brandmeister doesn't get lost.
Okay. So since you're talking about 3G, 4G, you know, Kenny in the chat is asking if it's going to be upgradable to 5G.
No, but quite frankly, 5G is not relevant in this context. We'll probably come out with a 5G radio in 2 years.
Okay.
But 4G is going to be around for about 15 years, so we're not really too worried about it. It's not really relevant. And like I said, we're working on 3G, and we work over 3G and 4G just fine. So
Right.
It's not, it's a radio, not a top of the line cell phone. It's a radio with with cellular functions that are there to support extending the radio functions over IP, providing useful data, like the current talk group information, talk group time slot information, as well as the DMR ID aliases and stuff like that. So
okay, good
and stuff.
Cool
stuff.
Well, cool. Do you want to give us a demonstration of DMR over IP real quick? I'm sure Howie's out there listening. Well, there's an incoming right there.
Yeah, well, we're actually right now we're on 3100. There's a lot of key ups right now.
Well, that's 3100. That's why I never go over there. It's just people doing radio checks.
No, I know. But I can switch over. Like I can switch over to the RFinder group and
770. There you go. There we go.
We'll just switch over to that real quick. Theoretically, there should be people there. Maybe it's a live demo, so you never know. This is W2CYK 31770. Anybody copy?
I'm sure Howie's out there. He was in the chat just now, so I'm pretty sure he's watching us.
Yeah, probably.
9 times out of 10, when I key up that talk group, he's listening.
Yeah, usually. But
of course,
Of course, we're on a live stream, so
right, yeah. Now that we want him to come back to us, come on, Howie. I know you can do it.
Anybody? Usually somebody on there, but
yeah. That's
anyway. That's how it works, and quite frankly, for those of you that have not seen this, switching from DMR. Oh, there's Howard.
There he is. I can't hear him.
Yeah.
Your notification tones were coming through, so I was hearing notifications from. I assume that was from the phone, but I can't hear him coming. So the audio may not be routed to Zoom via your.
Oh yeah, that's
screen.
What it is. I have. Okay. I have audio shut off. That's
okay. That's why. Okay. All right. So we can't hear it anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, there he is. There he is.
For a second. So now, if I, for those of you that have not seen this, like switching between IP and RF is like a one-button click. So you see that DMR ROIP in the lower left.
And yes.
W2CYK, W2NYK.
And there we go. That's good.
Yep.
Yeah, so the DMR ROIP in the bottom left of your screen right now has a green line underneath it, which means it's activated.
That's correct. So if I touch that button, it's going to turn off. It's going to turn. People are still trying to call me.
That's all right.
Yeah, I'm sure if they're watching the live stream, they'll know that we're just doing a quick demo. So, so I just switched from IP to RF. So it's literally a one-button click. So I just click DMR ROIP again.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're going to sign in and.
Oh, Italy, nice.
Yeah, that's our distributor and our master distributor in the European Union.
Nice. Okay.
Hey, Andrea, how are you, my friend? IU2PBQ W2CYK over IP. So, so that's that's how it works. It's very, very straightforward, and it's really cool. And you don't need a hotspot, and it works over whatever connection you're on, whether that's Wi-Fi or radio or broadband, or over your cell carrier. So I'm just going to shut that off real quick.
All right.
And that's it. And it's very
cool.
straightforward. It's very, and you don't need a code plug to do this. Of course,
right.
we don't need no stinking code plug.
Yeah. No
so,
stinking code plugs.
Yeah, no, it's very, I mean, you carry one. So, it's very interactive and
right.
Fun.
Good.
You never have to think about programming your radio. You just pick it up and start using it. So
Sure.
Anywhere on Earth, the known Earth. I mean, Mongolia, it's a little rough. There's no machines there. And you may have trouble getting cellular connections in Mongolia, but in general, it works great.
Bruce Shapiro. That's why I read it as Ben. His name is Bruce Shapiro.
Bruce, we heard you in there. We weren't doing QSOs. We were just and we appreciate you being my straight man today and popping up saying hello. We did hear you say hi.
He says where is this? He missed it. Where is the switch to do RF or Wi-Fi? And that's the you just
press the DMR over IP button.
Right. Right, it's DMR over IP, which I have mine here, and I can show this screen. If I can find my mouse, then I can go here. So this is my B1 right here.
Mm-hmm.
So DMR over IP is this button right here at the bottom left. You can't see that right there.
Yep.
You can see it's got a white line underneath it right now. So if I press it, it's going to turn on.
Mm-hmm.
Takes a second, and now it's green. You may not be able to see that very good in the camera, but now it's green. So there's a green continue to sign in. Yeah, there we go. So there we go right there. So that's how quick it is. You just click it, wait like 2 seconds, and it does that. And then if you want to, and it says DMR ROIP at the top here instead of saying your frequency. And then if you want to turn that off, log out, yes, and it goes back to I'm on 146.52.
Right.
So
it's a one button switch between RF.
Correct. Yep.
And it's magical. You don't need a DMR hotspot. You don't need an MMVM or an open spot or anything. It just does it straight up through the device.
Right. Yeah, and it works well too. I've been using it they've had it in beta for a while now. And is it part of 12? Is DMR ROIP part of 12?
Oh yeah. Yeah. No,
okay, so it's been out of beta for a while. I get confused because I'm always part of the beta, so I get confused on when you guys release stuff for production in the Play Store. Yep. So I've been using it since
we feel that it's stable. I mean, like we're on beta 42 of version 13. So
right.
Those that are using the betas get to see the updates every day, sometimes 2 or 3 times a day, and they get to see everybody gets to really be involved in the development of a new kind of a radio. I mean,
right.
Nothing like this has ever been done before. And
nope.
We're very proud of that we've really invented a new kind of a radio, a new way of using a radio, and in a very seamless way. It's not painful, it's not like click, like doing 15 clicks to do one thing. It's pretty much single clicks to switch back and forth, and a lot of fun to use. I mean, I use this thing, personally as a radio all over the world. So,
I carry mine with me when I'm on road trips, and I had it with me all during the last 2 weeks. The one thing I know. Okay, so so everyone doesn't think I'm a fanboy. There's 2 things I don't like about the B1. Number one, the camera is no good. The phone camera is just junk.
It's okay.
And it's okay. It's all right. Nothing's perfect. The second thing I don't like about it is the only way you can charge it is with the desk charger. I really wish it had a car charger, and I would be more apt to take it with me more places.
We have for the B1, we have a car charger scenario. That's not a problem.
But you still have the desk charger. You have still have to use the cradle though, right?
Use a desk charger, right? And then we have a 12-volt power supply for the desk charger.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So we're getting there.
Anything that's shipping now. Has Quick Charge 3.0 built into the unit. So
the USB-C connection.
Yeah, but you have to use a Quick Charge 3.0 source.
That's okay. Okay. All right.
Like you can't use a regular 3 amp source or a 2.4 amp source.
Right. Okay.
It won't work. You have to use a Quick Charge 3.0. So and some of the newer cars have them now, or we have and our resellers have them a cigarette lighter adapter that gives you Quick Charge 3.0.
So every time I do a video about a new HT, the ID52 from ICOM is an example of this. Several Radioddity radios for both ham radio and GMRS that has micro USB charging. People say, well, micro USB is old. How come we can't do USB-C? So guess what? RFinder's doing USB-C. All of you USB-C fanboys out there, RFinder has USB-C. That's what Bob just said.
Yeah, we have had USB-C since the beginning of the B1.
Yeah, this one has a USB-C, but it doesn't. It's not a charging port. So I'm glad to see that you guys added that, Bob. That's really cool.
Yep.
So, okay. So Mike is asking, any progress on TGIF for DMR ROIP?
Yeah.
Okay, let's answer that question.
Yep.
If you guys have a question, type the word question in the chat. I've seen several go by, and I didn't want to interrupt Bob. But if you
want to like right now, if you want to do like in the interim, if you want to connect to a TGIF channel, have whoever owns the channel link it over to Brandmeister, and you can get in the back door that way. But we are working on the protocol right now to do an endpoint, a DMR IP endpoint with TGIF.
Good. Can RFinder be used to share your 4G data to Wi-Fi? I have a spare phone. Huh?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I use it all the time.
Good. There you go.
Like this device here has a Telcel SIM in it also, along with the I'm washed out.
Yeah, there you go. I see
There's
it.
a Telcel SIM in it from Mexico, along with a 4G. I'm sorry, correction, a FirstNet SIM. So I can switch back and forth between the SIMs when I'm in Mexico. If I need a Wi-Fi access point, I just turn it on in here, and we can put that on screen if you want. Why don't you put yours up and just pull down from the top and show them that real quick.
Okay. David's asking who sells the B1. So HRO sells it. If you have HRO in your area, if you want to go to their website, that's fine. Gigaparts is where I send people. Gigaparts has been really huge supporter of this show and several other of us on YouTube. So I direct people to Gigaparts, and they both have them for the same price.
Yep.
So.
And in England,
Moonraker in England, yes.
Yep.
Yes.
And we are just literally, like today, I've been working with we're bringing a master distributor up online in the European Union, and we'll hopefully start within the month stocking radio resellers in Europe. So
awesome.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So what did you want me to show? Pull down from the top and what?
Just pull down and you see oh, you don't have the icon up for just swipe to the left. Do you have
What are you looking for?
I'm looking for the access. Oh, click the edit button on the bottom. You just never dragged it up. If you click the edit button,
okay,
and look for the Wi-Fi access point.
Oh yeah, to share.
Down at the bottom. It's all the way at the bottom.
Here. Net share.
No, I don't. Oh, there it is. Like right the middle one on the top.
Right here. Hotspot.
Yeah, drag that up. Just drag it up.
Okay. I never use Actually, I don't have my SIM card is in my P10 right now.
Yep. And then,
so I can't turn that on because I don't have a SIM card in it.
And then
but
click
that's
the
where
back arrow next to the edit.
Mm-hmm.
And then you'll see if you swipe to the right, you'll see
it's
it
right there.
Yeah,
it's right there.
So yeah, you can configure that. I normally put my call sign for my SSID and then put in a simple password like 1 through 8.
Yeah, good. Jeffrey's asking, so can you not charge the R1 with USB? I think he means the B1.
Yeah, the B1. Actually, yeah, the B1, the original B1, you can charge it with. We have a USB drop-in charger, and actually, Gigaparts just got some on Saturday, so they have drop-in chargers now for a USB Quick Charge 3.0 for the original B1. The new B1s, like this one,
the B1 Plus,
on the USB-C on the side has the circuitry for Quick Charge 3.0. It's just when we did the motherboard for the B1, it just the open source circuitry wasn't available yet for us to just throw it into the device.
Okay.
It was really still very much Samsung proprietary. So, excuse me.
Danny's asking how to get it on FirstNet. You just put a SIM card in, right? I mean, it's already ready.
It just works.
Yeah.
Like you don't even have to do anything. In fact, we're not even like this unit is not even between me and you guys. It's not even FirstNet approved. But stick a FirstNet SIM in and it turns on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Band 14 right now.
Band 14. Okay. Bo is asking any news.
I'll do FirstNet on band 5 also.
Okay, it'll be on both band 5 and 14 for FirstNet.
Yep. Okay. Due to constraints, we had to drop the Hot Chili Pepper 3. It was going to have, I have one around here somewhere, but it was going to have a SIM adapter in it, so it's on like its own transceiver for LTE. And unfortunately, we had to drop it. We had severe constraints for parts on it. And finally, I threw my hands up and said, "We got bigger fish to fry right now." Not only that, but obviously we have DMR over IP working properly in these devices, so it's not even like you know, it's not even important to us anymore. Like you don't really need a hotspot anymore.
Yeah. Dominic, yes, RF work over T-Mobile. So that's a contradiction in terms. I think what you're asking, the device will work on T-Mobile. It always has. RF is RF.
You know, it probably means RFinder. Yes, it works on T-Mobile.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yes. Yeah.
In fact, oddly enough, this one's got a Telcel SIM, but Telcel and T-Mobile are partners. So I'm actually if I switch off of Firstnet, I switch over to Telcel, the Telcel SIM in here. It'll actually be on the T-Mobile network.
Perfect. Yeah, and we've used Mint Mobile before. Mint Mobile SIM cards, which
we like Mint. Mint is good.
And Mint is on the T-Mobile network.
Correct.
So,
and Mint is cheap.
So,
like $15.
Yeah,
it's cheap.
Yeah, it is. It is. I might get a second SIM card and put that in there for Mint Mobile. We'll see. Good. Okay. Okay. So
you're on what, AT&T now?
Well, right now. I mean, my phone is on AT&T, and then I have a second SIM card on Verizon that was given to me by a subscriber. And that's the SIM card I currently have in my P10. And I usually just turn on the mobile hotspot for my P10. But I think I'm going to put it...
P10 handy. Is yours handy?
You know what? I left it in the truck. I meant to grab it before we went live, and I forgot. So, because I know we were going to be talking about this today anyway. But I would have...
I had to give mine to Joe the other day, so I don't have one on me.
Joe gets one? Come on. Joe doesn't need one. He didn't even show up for the live stream, man. Come on.
I know. What the heck, man? I wanted to give him kudos for the great job in public.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
right.
I guess he didn't want to get, I guess he didn't want to get his back, patted. And
Yeah.
He didn't want to hear the nice things I was going to say about him, how fantastic he's doing, and how, he's, him and Sam are really kicking it. And,
Yeah.
So.
Alexander says, I need a new phone. I like to get an RFinder. Does that make sense? I'd like to get a radio and a phone. So yes, the RFinder is a fully compatible Android device. You can do anything on it. And if you go back and watch, I've done several videos on it over the last 3 years or so. If you go back and watch those videos, I say this multiple times. The RFinder is a full Android device. It'll do anything that your current Android device will do. The B1 Plus is on Android 9, so it's not on the latest version of Android, but I mean, unless you're using some ultra brand new beta, alpha or beta version app that wasn't out a year and a half ago, then you're not going to really notice a difference in anything like that. So yeah, it'll work as a full Android device. Plus, it has an actual RF module with a true dual band radio that does both analog and DMR. So you can turn off your 4G, you can turn off your Wi-Fi, you can turn off your GPS, and you can use the RF. Right, and without a code plug, you can use you can pull down the. Of course, you have to have network to pull down the RFinder to use the GPS to tell it where you are, so you can find repeaters near you. But you can also just type in manually by hand, just 146.52 FM, no PL tone. Click on go, turn it on, and talk on it just like any other radio in the world. So,
and you don't really need network; like it's got its own, GPS chip in it. So
right.
You do need to be like outside for a moment so it can find its position. But sometimes indoors it's a little slow on the uptake.
Right. I've not noticed that, but I don't know. I live in a metropolitan area, so
if it's been specifically, if I fly somewhere else and the radio's been off and I take it out indoors, I need to go like near a window or something to get it to
that makes sense.
Acquire and but it's true for any device. So just how it goes.
Okay. Progress on Verizon accepting the device. It will accept it now. You just have to do a couple extra steps. Is that still true?
Just take an operating SIM and stick it in, and it works.
Yeah. So you can't go to Verizon and buy a brand new SIM, put it in the B1, and make it work. But
here's the problem. Here's the problem. If I want to go and get approved on Verizon and AT&T, it's $20,000 a piece.
Ouch.
Okay, for me to approve on Verizon and AT&T. Now the truth is, if you take an operating SIM on Verizon and stick it in, it works fine. AT&T, sometimes you got to call their second level support and say, "Hey, if you guys don't enable this device, you're going to lose me as a customer." And then magically they figure out how to do it. Unfortunately, it's just I can't cost justify $40,000 to approve
Yeah.
the price especially considering that they're the only two carriers on Earth that we have a problem with, except for Kenya.
Oh gosh.
Kenya's a little bit of a problem because they don't use standard bands that we use that the rest of the world uses.
Oh, I see. Okay.
They're a bit of a problem. But other than that, we really don't have much of a problem anywhere else on Earth other than, on Verizon. And Verizon is not even really a problem. You just take a working SIM and slam it in.
Right.
AT&T, you got to call them and threaten.
Yeah. Last time I put my working AT&T SIM in it,
they seem to enjoy
worked.
like holding a knife to their throat. I don't know what it is.
Yeah. Okay.
I know that they're overwhelmed in their call center because this is happening with so many different devices.
Yeah.
Like the very famous indestructible Ulaphones.
Mm-hmm.
They blocked all the Ulaphones.
Right. I was going to buy one of those Ulaphones, and I read on the Ulaphone website that it would not work on AT&T, so I called them and canceled my order. So I was like,
you could have called AT&T and
yeah, at the time they didn't tell you that. I found that out later, so I'm like, it's fine. I've got a Samsung
devices. I mean, these things are like indestructible, man.
Yeah,
they're waterproof.
Yeah,
I used it as an underwater camera the other day. That was cool.
Yeah. What about security updates for Android since it's on Android 9? Is that
probably every other major ROM update we slam the latest security updates.
Okay.
Every other or so, we put the security updates.
Will it support scanning on the radio down the road?
We're going to support scanning of memory of a memory zone.
Okay.
Either FM or DMR, not both mixed. It'll be one or the other. So
okay.
In other words, make a couple of zones that have like your scan frequencies. One with DMR, one with FM. Choose that one for scanning and have a nice day. It takes too much time to switch modes between FM and DMR to realistically do scanning between both.
So for those who don't know, RFinder memories back up to the cloud. So if I put a bunch of memories in this phone and back them up to the cloud, and then I log into a B1 Plus, which this is a B1, not a Plus. If I get the B1 Plus or another device or my P10 tablet and log in to the RFinder app with my account and go to memories and go download from cloud, all my memory channels are there.
Oh, your memory is there. Yep.
Very cool. Very cool stuff.
Yeah, that is nice. That is a nice thing. We try to think of everything. Every once in a while, someone comes up with something new that we haven't done, and then we add it.
Yeah, a lot of this stuff was added because people suggested it in the Facebook group that they have.
Well, because everybody's on the design team.
Yeah.
Seriously,
So,
I mean, that's the way we've always, the way we've always treated it. That everybody's on the design team. If you got an idea, tell us, and if it makes sense and it's like actually doable, we'll do it. Progress on the paging. Hold on. I'm not sure if this beta had it or not. Give me 1 second and look. It's like really close. Hold on. Network. It's almost there. It's not quite there yet.
Okay. Mike Brewer.
So what we did add though is video conferencing. So like we have a video conference room. Yeah. So like
RFinder. RFinder on Zoom. You mean?
There's built into the app. There's a conference feature, so you can hit a button and anybody that's on a device can jump into the conference.
Nice. I haven't used that yet. I'm gonna have to go do that.
Yep, it's on 42. Beta 42 has it.
Mike's asking about updates for the P12. Is that still a thing?
You talking about the P2?
Oh, the P2. Okay.
Yeah, so the P2 will have a ROM update probably within a week, we think.
Okay. Bo Thompson's asking about the hotspot. We answered that a while back. It's been disbanded for now. You can go back and watch Team Replay. Michael's saying RFinder booth is confirmed for Hamvention. Will you have working models there we can inspect and possibly purchase at Gigaparts HRO? So this is what Bob did at Huntsville. No, Hamcation last month. So Hamvention plans, Bob.
Yeah, we're actually going to have a, as usual, we're going to be right next to the prize booth. And we'll be rotating between the RFinder booth and HRO and Gigaparts. So
good.
So we'll be all over the place.
Perfect. Yep.
That was nice of them to put us up on their website already. I just did it last week.
Yeah, for sure. They're doing. There's Frank. We woke Frank up. I guess we live streamed for 45 minutes, and then Frank wakes up. But he says he wants a tablet to review.
So does everybody.
Yeah, so does everybody. Frank.
Tablet's fun, man. I mean, I love
it. Is yeah.
A tablet in the car, man. You're driving along, and it's just like don't. You know.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yep, for sure. Cool. Well,
what other kind of crazy questions do we have?
Let's see.
Yeah. So are you able to like pick them and throw them over? Is that what's happening here?
Yeah, so I've got a plugin now that I can highlight comments in the YouTube chat, and then they pop up on the screen now.
Oh, that's cool.
So I have to click on them individually, but it's okay. You know,
that's fine.
So looks like you need a Frank. Okay, so Cannon says, what are your two favorite DMR HTs right now? So I tell everybody that my favorite DMR HT is the Anytone.
B1 Plus.
But I also listed this one. I don't have a Plus, so I can't really speak to it. I have a B1, and my top two for my best DMR HT of 2021 video that came out last September, October, whenever it was the Anytone and this one. So just realize that people that say, well, that's too much to pay for an HT. This is not an HT. It's an HT built into the back of an Android device. So it's a totally different monster than just your standard 2A dual band radio.
Yeah, it's really kind of hard to compare it to anything else because it really is
right. There's nothing else like it. Yeah. And I said that in my video. I was like, look, just understand what this is before you decide whether you want one or want to talk bad about it before, because it's not $1,000 HT. It's $1,000 smartphone with an HT built into it.
Right.
So, and no bloatware from AT&T or Verizon or any of these other carriers. There's no bloatware on it at all.
There's other stuff that have come out, like from Box Chip and from Motorola, from Hytera, and they're from a ham radio perspective, they're nowhere even they're not even on the same field, quite frankly. And I can say that with a straight face. We really have kicked it, and the Motorola Ion is an interesting device, and it feels nice in your hand, just like the B1 does. But it's still old code plug based, and you can't even make a phone call on it, quite frankly. So, and similar things on the Hytera. So.
I saw the Motorola one at Hamcation. One of the guys there I don't remember if he was selling them or if he just had one. He said he was going to send me one for a review, but I never got it. But that thing's like $2,500. It's like, maybe like $1,500, something like that.
Alexander, I don't know what Comcast Xfinity is using. They're MVNOs of something. There might be Verizon or something. I don't know what it is. I'm not sure if you go on our Facebook group, RFinder Android Radio, and make that question out. I'm sure there's somebody in there that has tried Comcast Xfinity that would have a straight answer. But it's much easier to just go to T-Mobile and grab a SIM, or go to Mint Mobile and grab a SIM and stick it in, and it just works. I mean, all the other carriers in the world. I normally live in Cozumel, Mexico, and I just went to the local Telcel shop and picked up a Telcel SIM and stuck it in, and it just started working. So it's not
didn't have to do anything special at all, huh?
Nope, just turned it on. That was it. So so it's it's a lot easier to pick another carrier, quite frankly.
Okay. Do you know N4KYS? It looks like he's in Zoom. Is that somebody?
Oh yes, of course.
Okay.
That's Joe, the very exciting.
Oh, that's Joe.
Joe.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know Joe's call sign.
Everybody give Joe a big shout out, because man, him and Sam have really been kicking it, and
good.
Really, really great job.
So okay, give your iPhone spiel real quick, Bob. Somebody's asking about the iPhone side of it.
No.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, guys? It's been a
Holy
crazy
crap,
busy day. I decided
Bill.
to jump in here and say hello. You know, we're working like dogs here in the lab here, making new things happen. I just had to jump in. You know, you brought up that issue of the SSID on APRS. We ironically fixed that this morning, and it'll be rolled out later today.
Oh,
so you can
cool.
select what SSID you want to put out there. So this is the thing, you know, people throw out an idea with RFinder, and we're so aggressive on our development team that a lot of times that same day or within a few days we're taking and pushing out an update that includes that.
That's cool. And we were there. Somebody asked about the messaging, like, you know,
the paging and messaging. Yeah, it's coming soon. The thing with paging and messaging is it requires a big overhaul to our database. So that's what's delaying us, because essentially every user that has an RFinder radio has to have their own table set up in the database. Mm-hmm. So it's a little bit of a bigger job to add something like that. But we hope to have that released here in the next couple weeks.
Well, not really their own table, just a table keyed on their DMR ID, I would imagine, or something.
Yes. Yep.
Or email address, rather.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Okay. So, Richard's asking about, can RFinder be added to an existing iPhone? And yeah, you can add the app. You're just not going to have a radio feature, and that's because
Apple would never let us pull this off. Yeah, there's no way. And if
that's
we did
an Apple thing.
Frankly, if we did it, quite frankly, they would steal it from us so fast our head would spin. So,
well, that's
completely no, it's completely. Yeah, it's not even. But the truth is, about half of our Joe, what would you say? About half of our radio users have iPhones.
Yeah. Yep. And a lot of people carry their iPhone and then just use the RFinder, radio portion.
Yep.
Including myself. I'm one of those people.
Oh, you're one of those weirdos?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. They're asking if the existing devices can be upgraded to Android 9, 10, or 11.
If MediaTek comes out with the kernel sources for us to do that, then we will consider it. But if we went and did that, if we tried to spin our own, it would be about 4 person months to do it. And, some of these things you got to look at it and say, well, is this really a good way of spending money and time? And quite frankly, I mean, we have M1s and K1s out there on version 601 of Android, and they still work perfectly as radios. We don't have no problems whatsoever. In fact, within the context of, of the original real prototype, the H1, the H1s were on 511, and they still work just fine. Our apps work fine on the 511 versions of the radios, and they work fine. So, we just don't really have a compelling reason to do it. Like I said, as long as they're still doing updates, security updates, we're going to continue doing the security updates every few ROM releases. But it doesn't seem like there's a really compelling reason to upgrade from version 8 to version 9 or 10 or 11, even though we would love to. And believe me, if they come out with kernel sources, I'm going to consider it very strongly. But
good,
it doesn't really add any value.
Crossband Repeat. Now, Bob, I don't know if you want to talk about the satellite thing that we spoke about.
Yeah, it doesn't do crossband repeat, but you can do crossband receive transmit.
Right.
So so if you're doing like connection through a satellite, you're doing an uplink on 440 and a downlink on 2 meters, it'll do that just fine.
Right.
We're actually working on some very interesting things with Heavens Above. We're trying to enhance their data of satellite frequencies, so that we have all the different types of, whether it's like a one-to-one relationship of input to output, or if it's a passband, or if it's a, as well as modes, because we don't do sideband, obviously, we only do
Right.
FM. So,
Mhm.
but and then we're also working with the guys at Portable Rotation. There will be an as-L rotator in a bag that you'll be able to get with an arrow antenna, and we'll be able to send commands to the rotator to rotate the arrow automatically for you.
That's really cool.
Over Bluetooth, yeah. So we're working on that, and we think that we'll have that like later this year, probably third quarter, by the time we're done with it.
Yeah, we need to take that one out to the deer lease for some testing.
Yes, wouldn't that be fun?
Yeah,
I know Frank's gonna be one of our first. Really our first field testers. So,
yeah.
He'll probably end up doing that. So, but
Good.
that's one of the things we're working on. Working on some stuff with Airbus Aerospace, which I can't talk about beyond that. But it makes a great ground station. It doesn't receive and transmit simultaneously, but you really don't need to do that to work birds at all.
No, you can transmit on 2 meters and receive on 440, or vice versa for the crossband repeater that's already on the some of the satellites, FM satellites.
Yeah.
So Alexander says he's on his way to T-Mobile after this. So there you go, buddy.
What a great choice.
What a great choice. Yeah.
Make good choices in life.
I need to get a T-Mobile SIM. I need to borrow one from somebody and take it up to the hunting lease. The reason I got rid of T-Mobile years ago, like more than 10 years ago, was because it didn't work up there. Now, today, that may not be true anymore.
No. When I was up at the hunting lease, my T-Mobile was sketchy.
Okay. That's, I know one of the guys on the hunting lease still has Sprint for some unknown reason, and his phone never works up there. But the rest of us have AT&T, and AT&T up there is fine. But I haven't.
AT&T's got a good signal at the lease.
Yeah.
T-Mobile, not so much.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Hey, Joe. Other Joe. Larger battery for the RFinder. Talk about that, Bob.
Actually, let me just reach behind me.
Bob won't give me one of these, so yeah.
I just got them. All right, so this is the original battery.
All right, let me see if I can get
the
bigger.
A little.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
There you go.
A little bit thicker, about 30% thicker. And so these are the originals are 19 watt hours, and the new ones are 26.5 watt hours.
Good.
So you get a good day and a half out of one of these.
Yeah, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
That's really good.
Calendar day and a half. Like it really lasts a long time.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah. So they're pretty cool, and we have them right now direct, but they'll be at Ham Radio Outlet and Gigaparts soon enough.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, Frank joined the Zoom for a minute. I saw him, but he's gone now, so he's probably at work. He's probably joining from his phone at work. Sometimes he does that.
And by the way, it's not our Finder; it's our Finder. It's not RF Finder. It's not. It's just RFinder.
I think people are using voice to text, and it's just
I know
exactly, or they're using an iPhone, and spell correct on iPhone is horrible. That's why if you go to the website damnyouautocorrect.com, it's all iPhone, and it's hilarious. That website's hilarious.
Oh, I can't wait.
Yes, Danny, it uses the newer battery uses the same charger as the older battery.
2.0. Does it use the
new battery?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll I can actually probably show that. This is a drop-in. Let me put it in front of me. This is a drop-in. It's got a regular 19 watt hour.
Okay.
One
of the new ones.
Watt hour. It just stop being an idiot and not go upside down. There we go. So just fits in just the same.
Cool.
Yep. And that'll work on either the B1 or the B1 Plus. So if you want to like extend the battery life on the B1.
Yeah, same batteries on both of those devices.
Yes, sir.
So
Mhm.
What is the okay? So Lee's in the chat. Hey Lee, W5LEE, big time helper of
Hey, Lee,
the
how you doing?
Texas DMR group.
Toll
So
free,
what?
the latest on play? Joe, when is 13 being dropped?
We expect here, I'm hoping by Friday we can get at least a test version of the final version out. So I would say by the weekend. We're very, very close. There's just the last few things that we want to try to get in place before we push it out to the Play Store.
Yep. And then we'll be working on beta 14.
Yes, that's right.
Everybody looks forward to. I know they people seem to like running the betas, which they're fun. They're really fun.
I've been running the beta for a while. It's, I mean, if it was my everyday carry device, I might not want to run the beta, but I usually carry it as like a backup device, and I have 9 times out of 10 I have no problems with the beta. It does quite well most of the time. There's kind of a couple of bugs here and there, as you would expect to see with the beta. If you don't want bugs, then don't join the beta. There's no one forcing you to. So
exactly. Yeah, we've had people that got upset because they had problems on the beta. And it's like,
it's a
you're using
beta.
a beta?
Do you not know what a beta is? Yeah. So, well, hey guys, thank you very much for joining today. We've been going for an hour, so we'll go ahead and wrap it up. You guys watching in the chat and on Team Replay, go to gigaparts.com. You can go to HRO. If you prefer HRO, that's fine. Nothing wrong with HRO, but I try to steer people to Gigaparts.
Or moonraker.eu.
Or Moonraker if you're overseas in Europe. Moonraker.
Yep. RFinder.net.
Gigaparts in the USA carries the full line of RFinder devices and accessories. If you do go there, tell them that you heard about it on this show, and it helps me quite a bit. So you don't have to buy one but if you're going to buy one anyway, tell them you heard about it on the show.
You don't have to buy one. That's ridiculous.
Well, I'd never tell anybody they have to buy anything, but I get accused of spending people's money every Friday. I come out with a new shopping video. Oh, that's Jason, you're spending my money today.
I've ever heard in my life.
It's all good. It's all good. All right. Well, hey, Bob and Joe, thank you very much. It's great seeing you guys both last weekend. Y'all will both. Joe, are you coming to Hamvention next month or in
Absolutely.
May?
Absolutely.
Cool. Good. So we'll catch up with you guys in Hamvention, because I don't think I'll see you before then.
And Sam, tell Sam he can wave at us.
Sam, wave at the camera.
Sam's hard at work right there.
That's right.
Good.
So Sam's really kicking it also, and Sam will be at Hamvention also. And,
good.
Yep.
Good. Well, thanks for your time today, Bob and Joe, and Sam too.
Thanks for having us on. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Apparently,
great progress.
Apparently, you let anybody in here.
I pretty much do. Yeah. People used to ask me what kind of standards I had, and I was like, I threw all my standards out the window once I started inviting Frank onto the show full time.
Right.
So.
Oh, I thought you were going to say me.
No, it was Frank. But I mean, you and K6UDA are a close second to Frank. So. So it's all good.
I'll be here all week.
Fun stuff.
Don't forget to tip the waitress.
That's right. Hey, you need to join one of our happy hours, Bob.
I've been on a happy hour every once.
You have. It's been a while, but you've been there before. So
when's the happy hour?
Let's see. I think the next one is. I think it's a week from Friday. Is it a week from Friday?
At what time?
It's going to be 7. It's midnight UTC right now, because I'm in UTC -5 for daylight savings time. Right. Let's see. Where's the happy
7
hour?
7 o'clock Central.
7 o'clock. No, it'd be. I mean, if you're in Mexico Central, it's going to be 6 o'clock.
No. This time of year, I'm on Central, regular Central.
Regular Central should be 6 o'clock. We're on Central Daylight Time right now.
Yeah, I'm on Central Daylight also.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, 7 o'clock then. So yeah, my next one is 2 weeks from Friday, April 15th.
And I know it doesn't look it from the background, but I have been freezing my butt off this week. So I'm really looking forward to getting.
When are you going back to Cozumel?
Sunday.
Oh, good. Okay, so not that long then.
I'm out of here like a rat out of an aqueduct.
That's right. All right, guys. 73 to both of you. Thank you for joining today. Hang out on the Zoom for a minute, and I'll talk to you after I end this. So.
73s.